quick work with matches that were not competitively matched to open up Friday night fights, but hopefully that changes here with this main event. Noe Bolanos has a lot of respect for Vivian Harris, but he feels he's worked hard, that he's been training hard, and he can pull off this upset. It's time to see. The former champ faces the veteran Mexican. Noe Bolanos, 22 years old, 24-1. Fought mostly a junior lightweight. Now his second fight at 140 pounds. Came in at 139. 5'9", 139. And here's Vivian Harris. 31 years old, New York-based veteran, 29-3-1, 19 knockouts. And a closer look at Vivian Harris. Born in Guyana, came to New York at age 13, immediately started going up the amateur ranks and won the first 16 fights of his pro career. In 2002, he won the WBA junior welterweight title. He twice beat Oktay Urcal in Germany to retain it. In June of 2005, he turned down big money to fight Ricky Hatton. Instead, he fought Carlos Mauza in the awkward South American, knocked him out. Worked his way back up the rankings, and in September 2007, he fought for the WBC title in England. He was KO'd in the 7th round by Junior Witter.
Yeah, definitely regret going to England. The way the whole thing was set up for me to go to England, I definitely shouldn't go. But the true fighter I am, and always willing to fight. You know what I mean? I went out there and I got out there to fight. You know, but that's the only thing I regret. I haven't regret anything else.
So he regrets going over the pond and fighting and losing in that title shot. Now to get you set, Teddy Atlas offers up the fight plan, sponsored by AutoZone.
We're not too far from the Mexican border, and both these fighters in our main event tonight have their own journeys to get across their own divide. For the former world champion, Harris, he wants to get back to a place he once lived in with a world title. And for Bolanos, he wants to get to a neighborhood he dreamed about when he was a kid, where he can have a belt of his own. This could get him closer. Bolanos, I'll play Harris, the former world champion. Now, Harris is a master at setting his feet and controlling range. He's a sharpshooter. And you know what? He's going to have just what he wants against Bolano. A guy that's very game, comes in a little wide, leans forward a little bit. Harris will stay on the outside, sharpshoot with the straight right hand, right uppercut when he leans forward. If Harris can do that, well, he'll take a trip closer to the place he once lived in, near a world title. Now, how does Bolanos move on to the place he wants to go? First of all, he needs to do what he does best, and that's throw a counter hook, besides showing a lot of heart and walking in. It's not the easiest thing in the world to get Harris to come forward. He likes to control range. But I think if Bolanos can just fake a little bit with the left hand, bang, get Harris to reach in with that right hand, throw his own left hook, maybe, just maybe, Bolanos will be trading in all this dry land for an oasis. Watch that cactus. It's a little sticky there. Stay away from that.
See if Bolanos can stay away from the sharpshooting right hand of Harris. The Tecate ring experience. The veteran Mexican, the former champ. And obviously, Harris has had the far superior career, especially when it comes to the experience. He's been in against top-level competition. We told you about Junior Witter and Carlos Mauza, Stevie Johnston, Mbai, Diabelos Hurtado, Juan Lascano. He was able to defeat Oktay Urcal twice. And there he is, ready to get back to where he once belonged. Former 140-pound titleist. Just one fight in the last 22 months. This is his first fight in 10 months. Had difficulty, actually, in his last fight, a 6-round TKO against Octavio Narvaez. He went down twice in the first round. Vivian was able to survive and make a comeback. Let's see how he starts things off here tonight against Bolanos. Scheduled for 10, and Bobby Ferrara is the ref.
Gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know, I expect a good, clean fight from both of you. Shake him, touch him up right now, and go back and wait for the bell.
You know, Joe, you just mentioned it. That can be an ominous sign, maybe, for Harris. He was on the floor twice in his last fight 10 months ago against a 7-4-1 fighter. Harris has been on the floor Many times in his career, he's been knocked out twice. Bolanos has never been stopped, but he has been on the floor. Matter of fact, Bolanos has come off the floor to win fights. Bolanos was also on the floor in his last fight, the same as Vivian Harris. Bolanos right in front of you, nothing complicated. He moves that left hand too much. You're going to look for that, and our fans at home can look for that. He judders up and down like a water bug with that left hand, that lead hand. It's always a little movement. Up and down. Not always in position with that left hand in the chamber you want.
How do you remedy that?
Stay on him in the gym. Make sure that he doesn't move it. Stay on him at all times. Watch him in the gym. Make him concentrate only on his left hand. Matter of fact, in the gym, I would have him shadow box where he would hold his earlobe with his thumb and his index finger and just keep the hand steady. Do that for maybe 3-4 rounds. Then let go of the earlobe and then start shooting it out without that extra movement. With that extra movement of the left hand of Bolanos, Harris could take advantage. He's not right now, but he could take advantage by using his own left hand while he sees Bolanos' left hand moving around. This is what Harris does. He's set on his feet. He likes to control range on the outside. He wants you to come in so he can sharpshoot. He can counterpunch a little bit. Eventually, if he's forced to, he'll step to you a little bit, very conservatively. But for the most part, he's a straight-up guy, Harris. And again, he makes you earn turf. Makes you pay for real estate when you try to come in. And Bolanos, I think, is a little aware of that, a little leery of that. He doesn't want to just walk in that front door and get met by something he doesn't want to be met by. Bolanos keeps his legs a little wide, so you're not going to see any angles from Bolanos. He can't really change up. For the most part, he's going to be right there in front of you.
Accurate work from the jab of Harris as Bolanos stepped in, reached in moments ago. And now a jab to the midsection from Vivian.
Again, I've said this once before, but Joe, you know how our parents were, our grandparents, they never let you leave the kitchen table, never without finishing what was on your plate. They hated you to waste anything. Well, they would have loved to have Vivian Harris at the table because he doesn't waste anything. He doesn't throw anything unless he thinks it's going to land.
And the jab does accurately again.
And our guys in the truck, they waste nothing at the dinner table.
Never.
Nothing.
That is one truth. Coming to the end of round number 1 here in Tucson. Noe Bolanos and the former champ Vivian Harris. More to come.
Watch right here. Look at that left hand of Bolanos. Just watch it. A lot of movement, a lot of extra movement right here. And that's extra movement that keeps him out of position a little bit. And I think as the night goes on, will allow Harris to sharpshoot.
Joe Tessitore, Teddy Atlas here in Tucson, round 2 and round number 1. Vivian Harris had a 20-7 connect advantage over Bolanos. Vivian Harris has given a lot of credit recently to Tommy Brooks, the veteran cornerman who he's been working with. Says he has a newfound confidence and a great improvement with what he's bringing to the ring.
Bolanos has been involved with head clashes. He gets in there, not going to call him a billy goat, but he can get in there with that dome a little bit. And as I say it, it happens.
It's exactly what looked to happen there as both men came in.
I hope I didn't cause it.
It seemed like it was on cue with what you said. Amazing. And you can see Vivian Harris. Vivian Harris is unstable on his feet.
Exactly. And right there you see up near the temple area, the doctor is now talking to him. He falls down. So this fight is not going to continue. We can see that now. Harris is appearing to really be...
It's as if he took a knockout blow. And he does not look like he's in good shape at all. His eyes are closed.
Again, it was from the head clash. We had just mentioned it. And the referee comes over and confirms something that obviously we can see for ourselves, that it was from the head. The referee doing his job, coming over and giving us that information. But again, Harris gets hit around the temple area on the left side from the head of Bolanos, and right now being administered to by the doctor.
This is as bad of a scene as if it was a knockout blow, what we're seeing right here. A clash of heads that has Vivian Harris folding up and falling to the canvas and struggling, as you can see, to have his wits about him.
He's got his rest period, 5 minutes.
So medical attention immediately into the ring.
But the referee, we just overheard the referee say that he has 5 minutes rest if he wants it.
And they are stopping the fight now, as Bobby Ferreira went over to the commission and said, listen, technically he has 5 minutes, but we are stopping this fight. Obviously, that's exactly what needs to take place here, is they need to get medical attention immediately to Vivian Harris.
Yeah, when he was